Father, our Father, the Lord Jesus Christ, you may not be able to establish this love with your children. If you have not experienced this bond with Jesus, if you don't have a consistent relationship with the Father, you may not know how to establish this bond with your child. Because you will agree with me that a second shift from the Father means you are going to make some terrible mistakes. So it is for the children. A second shift from establishing that bond with your child means they will be exposed to some mistakes in life that may not be amendable. So if you have not experienced the love of the Father, it may be difficult for you to establish this bond. But the beautiful thing is you can start that relationship with Jesus. You can start by giving your life to Him. Establish a consistent relationship with Him through the study of the Word, through prayer, through fellowship. The word of the Lord says that he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. When you enjoy that safety in the secret place, when you enjoy the bond with the Holy Spirit, it will be easier for you to establish this bond. We are so fortunate today because this is a Christian gathering to help us to harness our relationship with the Father in our children. And you will see how Holy Spirit will take it on from there. The truth is, parenting involves intentional hard work. And we cannot do it by our strength. We have to go back to the Father, the author of the family, and the Father who is more intelligent than us to help us through. Thank you so much for your patience.
Let's give a round of applause. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. We don't go so far. We are here close to it. Let's go so far. You don't pick up. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Ma. We are grateful for this time that you've given to us to teach us about bonding with our children. You know, initially when she started, well, I wasn't really paying attention because I was moving around. I was trying to make sure the children were seated. But when she got to the part of if you, I won't say the way she said it. If you've not had time to communicate, well, this is me paraphrasing. If you don't have time to communicate with your children before their teenage years, you might lose out. I think it just struck my mind, and I sat there immediately, bam. And because I realized that my own child is just 10, it just caught my attention. I was like, 10 minus 4. Immediately I started calculating, and really, I think for me, it struck a chord because I realized that we do not have much time on our hands. You might think they are still young. We have them around. The truth is, most of the time for fathers who have female children, there's always that I don't want them to leave. They're always around me. Before you close your eyes and open it, they're married. You're walking them down the aisle and you're wondering, where did they go? Those years of me carrying out, baiting him, those years of me, oh yeah, take one meat pie, it's one ice cream. And they're now adults. So the truth is, no matter how busy we might think we are as parents, the Lord will help us. Amen. The Lord will help us. Dr. Auntie Bolanle was laughing at the back. And she was like, Mommy, are you tired? I said, no. When she was saying, take them out, in my mind, I was like, tipping economy. Yeah, hey, take them out. The Lord is good. But the truth is, I realized that it's taking people out, just like dating. You don't have to spend so much. You might be kuli and gari, and you just sit in your own garden in your house on a mat, and you've taken them out. It might just be that memory that they need. And that for life, they will always cherish that memory that will give it to them. Okay, don't mind me. I'm a teacher. We talk too much. Now it's time for question and answer. Okay, it's time to ask our questions, opinion, observation, commentaries. Now, children, anyone with questions, do you want to ask Auntie questions? Let me see your hands if you know you have a question. Bambino children, strings. Thank you so much.
So that the child they can predict the heartbeat. How?
We have doctors who can make it very sharp.
Okay, thank you for that question. It's not that they can predict, but they understand the heartbeat of the mother. And when the mother is in the danger, when she's in danger, I mean, the way the heart will beat, the child understand that this mother is in danger. And when the mother is at rest, the way the heart also beats differs. So the child it's not that the child can predict, understand that because the child is in the womb. Do you understand that?
Thank you. Do you have any questions? Okay.
Now, is that so when the parents and the child go to different churches?
Hey, Bambino children will shock you.
Very much. In fact, I want to say that
the question he has, is there anything wrong with a child and their parents attending different churches?
In fact, I will describe that question as a table shaking question. Well, for me, it is wrong. For me, it is wrong. And this is my personal opinion. Somebody may have different opinion. Why do I say that? If the parents attend different church, is the parents aware of the value of the church that the child is attending? Are you aware of the doctrine of the church the child is attending? Like my husband would say, you said there are churches and there are churches. Do you know there is a church of Satan? So if your child is saying he is attending one church, for me it's a no. Let's attend the same church. Let's receive the same value. Let's receive the same doctrine that will help us. So it is wrong for me. It is wrong. And I won't subscribe to that because of the education of that child.
Thank you, ma'am. Bambino children, do I have any other question? Okay, I'll join you.
Ma, why is it that people get into depression and stop children?
Alpha generation.
We are in a changing society. Alright, there are a lot of factors. But most importantly for children is their parents. When their parents are not doing well, most of the time, and then that is why most times God needs to help parents. So that you won't have issues with your partner because these children can pick. Even when you are not saying words, body language, they will ask you, why are you looking at him like that? And you say like how, like that, because they know that is not the normal way of looking. So most of the time for children, when the marriage of their parents is not working well, when there is separation, they can go into depression. For children also, academics, if their teacher abuse them, that you don't know anything, if they're not doing well in their academics, they can go into depression. And if they cannot express to their parents, and also if their friends are bullying them in school, they can go into depression. And that is why for children and adolescents here, whatever you are going through, your parents are your friends. Fine, they may beat you times without number. But you know, those beatings, they're actually beating your future so that your future will get straightened up. That's why they are beating you. You know, there's this man of God, he said, Apostle Aroma, he said if he wants to beat his child, he said, beating is communicating. He said, beating is communicating wisdom. He said, but this is how he beats. He will say, this is what I'm telling you. Don't do that thing again. But he said, you need an instrument to convey that wisdom. So the stick or the rod is the instrument in communicating wisdom. So when your parents beat you, they want that wisdom to stick. So they are beating you because they love you. So whatever you are going through in school, see your parents also as friends. See, your mommy have a lot they are going through. They have to pay your school fees. You know, I was telling, they asked my children, they said they should pay 1,000 naira in church or something. She just said, mommy, that money is too much. I said, 1,000 is not too much, you come. Do you know how much your school fees is? Do you know how much this one is? The shoe you are wearing is more than 1,000. This one is just So what your parents are going through is a lot. Look at the shoes on your legs. Do you know how much they are selling it? Your parents are working together. So there are times they may not give you the attention you need. It's not because they don't love you. It's because they want you to look beautiful and miss your friends. So whatever you are going through, open up to your parents. If your teachers are busy in school, let your parents know. If you have some senior friends in school that are bullying you, let your parents know. Everybody say, if you tell your parents, I will beat you. Tell the person you are very. Tell your parents. Let your parents know. See your parents as friends too. Because you are telling your parents to create time for you. But the truth of the matter is that time may not be too plenty. Just be 1 minute, 1 hour, you to open up. Don't put it to yourself. So those are things and many more that can make a child to go into depression. Have I answered your question?
And strings. Let me move to, you know what, just strings.
The meaning of time quality.
What is the meaning of quality time?
And then I'll ask you this. What's your name? Daniel. Do you know quality food? You don't know. What do you eat this morning? Do you know jollof rice? Which one do you like? Do you like jollof rice or fried rice? Jollof rice. Do you know concoction rice? Do you know concoction rice? You don't. Okay. Do you know manage?
Don't get yet.
That is why I tell you. Do you know manage? How does your mom prepare the egg? Does she used to have pepper? Probably egg. Okay, so what does she have to eat? She had seasoning cube and salt. And what about the yam? Is it sliced yam or diced yam? You don't know that. But quality, and if anybody is in the house that can help me, children teacher, quality, how to help me break it down? Smoked yam. It's not smoked yam. Those are the quality food.
I don't like it.
Quality is inferior, right? You know inferior. When something is not when something is not standard. Do you know standard?
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah.
How many of you are familiar with boom drink? Boom.
Boom.
Thank you. Thank you. You know boom, right? Now, when we mix that boom and we give it to you and it's not sweet, that means it is not quality. But when we had it and it's sweet, that's quality. Now, do you understand quality and not quality? So when boom is watery and it's not sweet, it's not quality. But when you mix it very well, right quantity of water, right quantity of the drink, if it's sweet, then it is of quality. Okay, big English. Quality means, let me balance the English. When it is well balanced, something that is balanced. The measuring, I was about saying better. When the measurement and the mixing, everything is of good standard, good value. For instance, when she was saying eggs, I prefer white eggs. So you won't say I'm not eating quality because I prefer white eggs. But imagine you are eating rice and mommy puts water on fire. I was about using Orula. How many of us have? These children don't know Orula. Orula is the best example. Okay, now let me tell you what Orula is. Orula is dried okra. They will dice it, okra. They will cut it into pieces, put it under the sun. They will dry it. If you are listening, it's dried. Once it's sun dried, they will now blend. They will now grind it. They will not put it inside nylon. And sometimes they sell it for 100 naira, 200. Now, if you eat that Orula, but it is not of okra. It, like, when you are helping mom in the kitchen, now that is okra. That is value, quality. It has not been sun dried. All the nutrients are still inside. Hope you understand now.
Quality time I was talking about is when daddy and mommy create time that you enjoy for you. The time that daddy and mommy are around and you enjoy that time with them. Okay? In that context I mentioned quality of time. Do you understand? Quality time. So anytime daddy and mommy created for you and you enjoy it, you are happy. That's quality time. Do you understand? Thank you. Any other question?
Please, I think we should, because of our time, I think we should take if there is any question from any parent. Okay. You see,
The teenager.
I want to ask, how much attention from your parents is too much attention? Not because of anything going on at home, of whom you think that, but I know I can name up some people in my head that I would want to believe their parents are giving them attention, but not enough. That are like my classmates, my set mates. They that are they're just
The question is deep. Very deep.
Some of that question. It's not boils down to what do we do with the time we are creating for them. And like I mentioned earlier, you have to communicate your values to your children. And thank you for raising that the lack of training. You know, one of the challenge for this generation, this new generation, the Gen Z and the Alpha and everything, is that you see some of them act in a way that it will show, just like you said, that the lack of training. Then it now boils down to what are their parents doing with those quality of time. So it does not have to do with so much time. But that time you are spending with them, what are you communicating? What they are communicating is very, very vital. And I think for you to ask us this question is really a challenge. Let's communicate values to our children. Normal etiquette. For the parents here, you know the etiquette, you have them. But it's so saddening that some of these children, and that is why, and I want to start an example. After time, when your mom do like this to you, you know what he's saying. Yes. And your dad will say, "Oh, for you bow my sorrow." But now, when you do that to a child, maybe your friend comes around and give them something to eat. I don't want them to eat it, and you are doing like that. Tell them, "Mommy, what is your eyes?" Wicked. So I think it's still part of the home training too. So let's communicate it to them. You know, if you have not communicated with that child, like when I do like this, it means I don't like it. And you just do that outside. The child will be like, "Mommy, what's wrong with your eyes?" So once they communicate during that time is very, very vital. And don't worry, God will help the parents. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm not doing it.
Please, just hold on, please. Let me go to strength. All right.
If your dad is a Christian and your mom is a Muslim, they have different beliefs and they have different teachings. What do you know?
When your parents have two different religions,
What do you do? The word of the Lord says, when the foundation is faulty. Now, the word of the Lord says, when the foundation is faulty, what can the righteous do? The righteous will pray. In such situation, the child may not really have much to do because you don't really know which way to go. The parents have to agree to know the kind of value they will communicate to the child. But the child also have the right to choose the right way. But the question is, how does a child know the right way? Because it's like the parents are not even agreeing on their belief system. And that is why most of the time, as you also are growing up, and that is why it is always advised that the word of God said that do not be unequally yoked with an unbeliever. So even as you are growing up, so that you will not create such confusion in your own children, get it right in the place of marriage. It's not as if it's too early for me to tell you about marriage. Because a lot of things that is going on wrong. For some child, the child can do it unless the parents agree. Whose belief will take dominance. So the child is left to follow what to choose. And at that point, choosing also is somehow. But that child can also pray for clarity. Thank you.
Just hold on. 4. Yeah.
Yes.
What if
Hello.
on Friday you go to the mic and you go to church?
When condition is setting in, because the child will not even know where to go. Because there are times that there will be conflicting information. And which one will you do? So it still boils down to the parents to agree on whose belief will take dominance in the home. And the child has to agree. At that point, the child does not really have much to say or much to do because the child is a child. So he's still waiting on the parent to make the right decision for him or her.
So when parents divorce, they don't care about the well-being of the child.
That they don't care about the well-being of the child.
Ma, what if like she died when on your birthday and you don't have love of your mother because that was one of my classmates. That the love of your mother and being raised by your stepmother. Would your stepmother give you so much love like your mother? First, well, let's say that if your mom or dad have a different occupation and other children have a different occupations either, does that even feel right?
I don't understand the question.
Well, if your mom or dad have different occupation or different phone number, is it true that children can have an occupation and a phone number?
Let's just, must you follow this lay down occupation of
The question, and how are we going to stop it?
I think they came late.
Meaning of role model.
Okay, thank you so much for those questions. When your parents divorce, yeah, is it that they don't care about the well-being? Well, there are a lot of things that goes in before the divorce and marriage. And it may not necessarily be they don't care about the well-being, but it may one day they have to choose their own safety. How do I mean? If the maybe the woman or the father is abusive and they feel if the man beats the wife every time and it gets to the point of death, the woman has to leave. So at that point, what is important at that point is life. Because if the woman loses her life in such abusive relationship, the child will still live. So children don't think that parents divorce because they don't think of the well-being. A lot of things goes into it. So it may not necessarily be because they don't care about the child well-being. And that's why you notice that even after divorce, they still take care of the child. So it means they still love that child, and the child need is still top on their priority. It's just that two of them cannot agree on some certain things. Do you understand? And then the second question. Okay, if peradventure the mother died, well, it depends on the stepmom. If the stepmom is an affectionate person, it can still give the child the love, but it may not necessarily mean the same proportion the mother will have given. Because we even have some mother that they don't even care about their child. And it's another person that will take care of the child better than them. Do you see the irony of life? So it depends on who the stepmom is. Do you understand? And then must you follow your father's or parents' occupation? Not necessarily. Because your father or your mother chose that occupation because they will enjoy it. If you will not enjoy it, don't force yourself to do it. Do what you are wired for. All right. Thank you.
So what is the role model?
What's the meaning of role model? Okay, role model has to do with someone you are looking up to. You want to become like that person. Do you understand? And someone you want to become. I like this person. I like the way this person is doing. That's a role model. Someone you like to copy. All right.
Any more questions? Strings up. You want to?
The parents know what the child is going through in school. The child does not tell the parents.
Thank you for that question. There is no way the parents will know what the child is going through unless Holy Spirit reveal to the parents. But that is why I'm also begging you, children, to always say it. Whatever you are going through in school, open your mouth and speak. Tell your neighbor, speak out. Speak out. Speak out. Speak out to your parents. Tell them everything about you. We love you. So speak out, please. Speak out.
Any more questions? Don't do that.
Your schools. But your schools is like the former school you're going to. But as long as you join a new school, you go along the way the school is. And let's say the school, not standard education, but the children in the school are somehow like witchcraft. Witchcraft. They'll influence you what they are doing. But man, when you join them, the teachers will look at you in a bad way. And you know, if you tell your parents will take everything like too religious. Like if you tell them, ma, something happened, they'll be like, hallelujah, you'll be like, what? They'll be like, because God said we should only him. And you don't want to tell them because you know they'll take everything too religious. So and if they say there's a PTA meeting or okay, you will not want your parents to come because you know if they tell them, it will lead to like a religious a conflict or something like that.
In the first place, before they get married, what each other like. In the olden days, their parents that would get to get married. And I feel like in that time they don't really they'll not divorce or they'll like understand each other. So assuming understand each other before this to marry.
Parents in the house, say you are hearing.
All right, thank you. In aspect of school changing, and you don't want to tell your parents, hello, are you with me? I don't want your parents to tell your parents this so that they will not take you too religious. What do you mean by too religious? You have to also understand your parents. Don't forget when I was rounding up also. Maybe I also sounded too religious, right? It's not religious. Your parents know the truth is as children, are you listening? Your parents understand what you cannot understand in 20 years come. Are you getting it? And you have to accept that. Don't be afraid of telling your parents things. You can imagine if you are in such school with rich brats. They have a wayward lifestyle. Your parents don't know. The only thing that attracted your parents to that school is good academics, just like you mentioned. And because your parents love you so much that they want you to have the best. That's why they sent you to that school. They don't have the other knowledge of rich brats. Imagine if you don't tell them about that. They won't know. They will think all is well. So you need to let them know that, mommy, this school is good, well, really. But when it comes to moral, there are nothing to write them about. You can also watch. Take time to watch. So don't think that your parents are too religious or they are fucking too religious. No, they know more than you do. And that is how God has put it. In fact, your God will say another day. He said, what a child will see when that child stands on a chair, when an adult sits on the floor, the adult will see it. So there is nothing you want to say that you know now that you don't have knowledge about. So please, And don't forget the word of the Lord. It said, honor your parents, honor your father and your mother, so that your days shall be what? Long. So please tell them those things in those schools. They have changed because they love you and they want the best for you. So please tell them. Are they not supposed to know themselves? Hello? Are they not supposed to know? Yes, you are right. But may I tell you, there are so many things that go beyond what you can explain here. Do you understand? But you have it at at the back of your mind that you will ensure that you marry the will of God for your life, and you will not use your own wisdom to pick. Because those people who divorce, it's not as if they wish to divorce. Just imagine everybody is happy and they want to get married, and all of a sudden they say they are not getting married. A lot of things could be a factor influencing it. A lot of things, a lot. So you just make up your mind that God will help me, and I'll start praying for my marriage right from now. And God will help. Every broken home will receive healing in Jesus' name.
Yeah. All right.
What is the meaning of patience? When a mother wants to sleep, how would the baby feel?
All right, you know what? Because of our time, one house. Because people see, we will sleep here. And I'm sure your parents are already looking at.
Everyone, thank you very much for that very beautiful loaded presentation. I'm so happy that I did not miss it. My children come home and tell me things that happen in school. And sometimes some of those issues are what I want to take up with the school. And they're like, no, mommy, don't. In fact, sometimes now they will come, they'll start, hey, mommy, what is it? What's the because if I tell you now, the next thing is that you'll be calling principal, or you will say something, or you will say it at the PTA meeting. What is it? And they now don't want to say what. Sometimes these are issues I feel that I don't want to let slide. Particularly when it comes to teachers using some languages on children. So not necessarily even my children. When another people's children, maybe telling a child that in front of everybody and say you are not smart, tell a child you are stupid, or I'm like, no, you shouldn't. I know teacher should talk to a child like that. So my question is, how do I navigate that with my children? So they will tell me the things I need to hear, because I will take it to the school. I'll go and listen.
Okay, thank you so much, ma. It was a very insightful session. Okay, so I have two questions. The first one is I've been a bit concerned about the distinct personalities of children. Like we all know, you have three children, they all have distinct personality. And then they are different in their own making. And then thinking about the fact that we should spend quality time with them. So how do we align spending quality time with our children, given the way they are wired? Like some might just not be a time person, some might be gift person, some might be physical touch, there are different love languages. So how do we align the different personalities of our children in relating with them? And then, given the way our whole life is structured now, because in Nigeria, I know people have to do multiple jobs.
you have to keep at a whole lot of things. It's a little bit very difficult to, so to say, give quality time to them as much as they want. How do we also manage that? And then finally is I want us to shed more light about the roles of the mothers and the fathers in parenting. Because it appears that as mothers, I think well, there are some mothers that are firmer, but it appears that as mothers, they're a little on the soft side. And you mentioned it in your presentation about how that the children can identify who is softer, and they can, in a way, be subtle enough to say, okay, we know who will say yes, we know who will say no. You know, so they are coming back from work, they are exhausted, they are coming to ask questions before you just say anything, you have said yes. And then later you just think about, oh, I shouldn't have done this. Yeah. So if as parents we want to work together as both partners to ensure that they are well parented, how do we align the availability of everybody and then the needs of the children? Thank you.
Any more parents? Any more parents?
Thank you, Ma, for the questions. I will start with the first question. Well, what's the picture I remember is when the parents now are younger, do your parents follow you to school? Do they? And there are times also that if your parent wants to come, you will tell them that don't come. Why do you tell them not to come those times? And another thing is, as a parent also, you've been a child before. When your parents come to school and pick up fights with your teacher, then you feel as a child that this teacher will not be free with me. And that is the fear of the children in reality. But the question now is, to answer the question I asked, do my parents pay as much school fees I'm paying now? That's another sharp difference. The truth of the matter is things are changing in the society. Parents want to get involved in everything that concerns their children, but we also need to play caution. We need to play caution. It's not as if you won't address it with the teacher, but the approach to use. You may address it that you won't even let your child know about it. So the approach is very, very key because being a teacher as well, I know of some teachers that they will dismiss their anger on the students. And the child may not want to say it at home again. But if they say it, you still go back again. So it's not as if we will not be involved in our children's school. We should. But let the approach be friendly with the teacher. If you notice something about that, you may not call the principal. Right? Because if the principal will address the issue, the principal understand the meaning of that. And if you have been complaining about something twice, the next thing you will take your child. But if you meet with the teacher and say, oh, I noticed this, and then the teacher, there are times that the teachers may also not be smart enough to pick it. But let's just apply caution. Let's say it in a friendly manner. We can approach the teacher, we can approach the principal, but not in a way that the child will feel insecure in school. And so that it will not be, is it everything that your mommy will say? If the teacher says it, and the child will not come back home and say, oh, just leave out. Anything you do now, the father will come tomorrow, or the mother will come tomorrow. So things like that, let's just apply caution. Let's allow them. They want to be free in school. They don't want to all each with any of their friends, teachers. They just want to be good. And they want everybody to see them as being good. That is why children does that most of the time. And then another question, different personality of children and how can we relate to them? The truth of the matter is, Yoruba will say something, they will say, oh, no, Nino Adiamo. And you must understand that every child is different. And which means the way you will approach their need also is different. So, and that is why some persons will say that if you don't understand a child, if you think you want to use the same approach you use in parenting your first child, on the second child, you miss it. Especially, there is this assertion about second set of children that they are always very hard or stubborn or something like that. And if you want to use the same measure you use for first set of children, you may not get it. So we have to understand them and meet them at their point of need. And we must use their approach that we understand. Just like you already mentioned, we just have to understand them. There are some that just have to pay attention. That's what the child wants. Another one is just give me what I want at the time. So we have to understand in order to connect with them. And then another one is the role of father and the mother in relation with the case study you painted. Well, the truth is, the beautiful also, one should be firm and the other one should not be too firm. If you want an enabling environment for our children, the two parents must not be tigers and lions at the same time. We must have a lion and a lamb. But the truth is now, a lamb should not show to the children that this lion should be feared. And me myself, I don't like the lion. So the parents, they must also agree that I'm the lamb and he is the lion. And there are some homes that even the wife is the lion, the father is the lamb. But the truth is, you must now join hands together to know the reason why God created it that way is that so that we have an environment. Everybody must not say no at the same time. There must be another one that was okay, let's have a way around it. But the parents must agree. Don't make it to the children like, I don't like, if the father is lying, I don't like your father. That's how it does. Don't worry, I am the lamb and I must give them that lamb. No, let's agree at the parents' level and let the children see that we are one, even on agreement in our value system and in our parenting. Children will understand that more because they will say, oh, anything you tell mommy, she will tell daddy. Anything you tell daddy, daddy will tell mommy. They already know that there is unity in that form and they won't use it against any of the parents. So we need to agree as a parent. Every one of us has the same role. As a father, you must be involved. As a mother, you must be involved. So two of us are equal in the parenting. And we must understand ourselves. I know. How can we spend quality time aligning with availability of that time and needs that we need to meet? The truth is, we have said it that it does the quality of that does not have to do with the length of the time. It doesn't have to do because it has to do with the length of the time. All of us should not be here. We should be at home. We should not be here this afternoon. We should just be at home. It has to do with length. But it has to do with the quality. What do we do with that little time? Oh, every one of us go out in the morning. The only time we have together is on Saturday. When do we go on that Saturday? Does everybody stay in their room on that Saturday morning? Or do we have everybody with their smart gadgets? Nobody is talking to one another. If it's Saturday, if it is Sunday evening, let's everybody come together. Let's just discuss. Let's have a kind of recap of what has happened in the week. Oh, what happened to you in school? They want to hear it. The children really want to hear it. Oh, it could even be while you are driving them home. Maybe you pick them from school and you are going home in the car. Let's just utilize those little time. Just small time between home and school. You want to go and drop them. You can just pick up something. We have a lot of things in our head. Your to-do list is there. You have a lot of things you want to do for that day. But you can just put it aside for a minute. Okay? Oh, you're going to school now. Be careful with this. Do this. That little time. They understand that there is a communication. You are coming back from school. You know that when you get home, maybe from home, if your life is triangle, from home to church to home. From work to church home. So maybe from work, you know that after work you're going to church. And after church you're going home, the children will have been sick. So when you're going in the morning, you can just engage them. When you're picking them from school also, it's the quality of the time, not the length of the time. And I pray God will help us in Jesus' name.
The round of applause for her once again. You know, while she was talking, my daughter was winking at me. And I knew she was up to something. So I called her, oh yeah, be a cop. And she came, I said, who is the lion at the lamp in our house? Here we go. I know, you telling me who the lion was. I knew who the lion was. I know that you know who the lion does do like that. So you know. These are my nature. The Lord is good. Oh, you want to say something? Oh, Emma.
Good afternoon, everyone. So great to be here. Thank you so much, Ma, for the teachings and everything. I just want to make reference to what Dr. Daramola said, because I'm a teacher, and I just want to give her shed a little light on some of the issues we teachers go through handling children. I just want to I don't know whether to say appeal on behalf of teachers. a lot of times that when we say things that are not nice, it's not because we want to. Friends, and some other people understand the frustration of teachers. So the woman she taught us that whenever we are dealing with children that are giving us issues, the things we utter out in anger, out of anger, that we should convert into positive things. For example, you've been telling a child not to do a particular thing, and that child keeps doing it. And out of frustration, when you say, "Are you silly? Don't you understand?" And also, just start saying positive things like, you will hear the word of God. Last week, will bless your brain. It's not as if you are happy saying it, or you are saying it because that's what you want to say. But it's better you say that than for you to start saying you are stupid, you are not smart. So most times when my children annoy me in the class, you told them stop your noise, don't enjoy yourself, don't bully. I'll start telling them that you want to laugh. Instead of telling them that you want to laugh, I say you want to laugh. They'll say Mr. Kishola is good to laugh. I say, you know the laugh I'm talking about. They'll now sit up and say, I don't want to laugh. Sometimes I will tell them if I handle you to sing hallelujah. You know the hallelujah I'm talking about. So I realized that after that, for example, I have 18 pupils in my class. Out of these 18, 8 are okay, and the other 10 are special in the sense that, I don't know, their upbringing, I'm praying for their parents. There are some children, their parents say, no, don't touch my child. I don't even want a little scratch. It's not as if we beat, but like they are just telling you, whatever my child does to you, do not touch. Okay, there are times you just want to smack your child. No, hurry up and do your work or do certain things. So such children, to be honest, I will not touch them, but I will still give them my warnings. But then, it's not helping them. Because I know that once you want to be assertive, you want to put your feet to the ground about them, parents will come and cause trouble. So you really want to start dealing with parents who come to cause trouble. So you want to leave those children. But in the long run, it affects them. So once you know that when you caution a child, you see the child, the parents go and make trouble. Truly, that's what teachers do. They will abandon that child. Like this one. Even when your colleagues want to come and say, why is this child like this in your class? They are just not to say, leave that one, no. If you do not want to lose your job, it's not as if you can't even lose the job over the children. I always get another one. They always the teaching job. But I love what I do. I want to be able to make the little impact I can make on that child. But like I said, God will help employers and the society to understand. But like, I'm happy that some schools are beginning to understand that teachers who are human beings, they go through a lot with these children. There are a lot of children that their parents can't handle by themselves at home. They leave them at the mercy, or they are teachers at their own mercy now, at the mercy of those children. So it's as if you are torn between you've had a wrong day. But thank God that I have adopted that style and it's working. So there's a limit to bad utterances that I can make on children. Rather, I will say those positive ones. And when they even get to, they'll go and tell their parents that Mr. Kishola said I want to laugh. Their parents will laugh and say, I don't understand. When they come to school to meet you, I will tell them that they understand the laughter. And I'll say, oh, thank you, Ma, but please, when the child needs to be spanked, I say, well, I can't really spank, but I know that God will help us. We always, so if you want feedback and genuine feedback from your child, you have to find a way to collaborate. And if you have issues with children at school, you can walk up to this. Except when the teacher is not being reasonable now, please. feel free to approach the school authority. But a lot of times, if you walk up to the teachers first, they can now express and tell you their own side of the story, what had actually happened. Then there will always be a way to resolve issues with them first, before now taking it to them. Because, principal, proprietors are business people. Once they see you as the problem to their business, they are going to let you do. And that teacher might be a good teacher, but just in a moment of anger, that person did what I don't know was not expected of the person. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Auntie. Thank you. He actually wants to, I think he wants to add a question, or he wants to make a comment concerning what Mrs. Aramola said earlier. Oh, yeah.
I want to say that from the student's perspective, it is much easier when your parent does not get involved in a drama at school. Your child may want to tell you something that happened in school that they find interesting, that they think should not be happening. But it seems that the use of nowadays tease and bully people about is so superficial. Like, there was an incident in my class where two students changed their desks with another two students' desks. And the two students that they changed their desks with were not in school that time, they are my friends. So when they came, they noticed that their desk was different. And I told them that they have changed the desks around. So they changed the desk back. Those other two students had left the class at that time. When they came back and they noticed that the desks had been changed, they started to harass the other two students. That better change the desk back, or can report you. Better change the desk back. Saying things that cannot even work because they are the ones that are at fault. So I told them, I've already told these guys that you have changed the desk, and they started shouting at me. So it's much easier not to involve yourself in things that you might want to, because it's just much easier to avoid any disturbances in school, because you don't want people talking to you like you're some kind of nobody wants that. So it's much easier to just stay quiet.
Thank you so much. I like this, the fact that we have from the parent side, we have from the student side, and we have from all right.
Yes. Okay. I think when we're talking about like I said, enjoyment, direct, something directly from children. Like some of the things, something she said. But I remember when she was talking about the cost of depression, and she mentioned that sometimes what teachers say to the students, So, and sometimes I've had of students who repeatedly the teacher is talking down on that child. And sometimes, the children can even notice that, maybe this child looks like even someone who has issues from home, because the child is always unhappy or uncared or something. And then you now have a teacher who is always talking down at that child, not really. On Friday, my daughter came and said her back was paining her. What happened to your back? She said, I asked me to move that chair before, and I told her that's a dangerous game. Don't play it again. Don't join them to play it. That's not the kind of thing I'm interested in discussing and talking about. It has ended there. We know there are issues that that it's life, can say life issues. Things that can break or mark the child.
Thank you.
That kind of issues that we do, looking at it particularly from the medical angle. Those are the kinds of issues I would I get involved in. And okay. And so particularly because it's not even my channel or something, the issue of even going to meet the teacher does not arise because I'll be like you said something to what's your business with that for your child or something. So most of the time it is like a generalized thing that address this issue, look into this matter so that it does not continue and whoever is found to repeatedly be guilty about it, let it be addressed. I've even there are times I told them they need to have training so that they know how to handle their children. Let them have trainings like the Agnishola said. They need to have trainings, yes. We know that people apart from the frustration of the children, we have our own personal frustrations as human beings. Like I say, I have whatever baggage I'm bringing on, the kind of thing I do. I see patients, people come with their own problems. I'm like, I hang it at the door and come to attend to other people's own. And if I like when I'm going, I can pick it up there. So the same thing, even as a teacher, you're a wife, you're a mother, you have your own issues outside the school system. But when you're coming into that school, you shouldn't, because there are times I've had my children say that I think that teacher has problems. She never laughs. She's always or she's always making something remarks on the end that there must be something wrong with this child. You know, even sometimes like I mean she's pregnant, she's always like that. You know, those kind of things. So it means that even we have issues, we have our own personal things, but as much as possible, when you come to that, there are some jobs like that. The carpenter cannot fight with his own. But as teachers, as doctors, nurses, we need to know how to manage our own personal issues or temperaments because of the kind of thing we do. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ma. Aunt Sisi, over to you, please. We're rolling behind schedule.
Good afternoon, everybody. So we just want to do a little exercise because we can see that there's so much distraction among the children. Please, can you be upstanding? Can you just exercise our body? We are all familiar with it, but as much as I have to think of I know we've been enjoying the program thus far. We are not yet through. Can we start? My head, my shoulder, my knees, my toe. My knees, my toe. My head, my shoulder, my knees, my toe. They all belong to Jesus. In a very slow motion and a very fast motion before we sit down and then say one or two of our sons. Hello. My head, my shoulder, my toe. My name is my top, my head, my shoulder, to Jesus. Okay, let me give you
I'm sorry to break this interrupt this bridge. The guest speaker is going now. Mrs. Adelaide, she has another. She said she just told me now. I thought we'd get together. She said she has another program today. So we thank God she came at all, and I thank God for the depth of the session. Remember, it's 2 sessions. We are still going to the second part, which I said is based on another TikTok or whatever online message, online trending thing you got about the enemy being in the palm of your hand inside your home. And so we are going to do that now. But before that, we want to present the gift to Mrs. Adelado. HOP, who will do the presentation, please? Yeah, pick a child, please. All right. Who are the two? Olalemi and Olawumi and Timileyin. Are you allowed to show online? Can you show you online? Your parents, are their parents here? Please give me 2 children with parents, so I don't want trouble. Two children whose parents are here. Do you permit them to show online? All right. Thank you. Okay, we have this gift for Miss Gladela Don. And we noticed she get parent. First, we have our cash gift. All right, take up. All right, we also have some practical things beyond money. Different job bags. These are for the children, special Bambino bags, customized Bambino bags, and then our brochure, newsletter, and this that we use for our 17th anniversary.
Thank you for sharing with us. And making us about God bless you in Jesus' name.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Yes, we're still on the exercise session. Just jump up like 10 times.
That's it. Thank you so much to the children and to the parents. Thank you. Thank you. We're moving on to the next section. Okay. Okay, Sean, are you ready?
Thank you.
Okay, this next session is more of a practical and interactive session. Last week, during Bamido class last week, we distributed questionnaires to the children last week. Let me call you online so we didn't know your name. Okay, we distributed questionnaires to the children, different classes. It was a bit challenging for those of us that were percussion teachers, that's 2 to 4, because we needed to start describing this. And but funny enough, they understood what we were saying to them, and we were able to fill the questionnaires.